Right, plain text email mastery. So in this video we'll cover the best use cases for plain text emails. We'll break down each case and give an example, and we'll talk about the 5 common mistakes you should avoid at any cost. So here's a little bit about me, my socials, if that's what you're interested in. So I'm making this video based on a tweet I posted a couple of weeks ago. If you aren't following me there yet, you're missing out on so much value. My handle is vpetrovich@007, so make sure you follow me because I drop educational email marketing posts 3 times per day, Monday to Friday, so you can learn a lot there. So these are not some bullshit posts that are trying to get as many likes and followers. These are like actionable email marketing tips that you can implement that same day and see a positive result. So you can see an example. The best use cases for plain text emails. Number 1, building hype around sales. So if you want to run a sale for your eComm brand, it's generally a good idea to start building hype before you actually launch it. You can accomplish that with designed emails, but I found that plain text emails work better because they come across as way more natural and authentic. It just feels genuine, right? And even though people know that they're not the only ones receiving this email, and some of them are probably aware that the marketing team, not the founder, has written that email, they still feel special because they received an email from the founder, they received an email from this big brand they like. So usually you want to send this email a day before the launch so people actually remember it, so they're therefore more likely to open the launch email. Because if you send a hype building email 5 days before the sale, unless you're like a really big brand with a really loyal following, or not even a big brand, but a brand with a really loyal, like fan-like following, people are not going to remember. If you send it a day before, people are going to connect the dots, right? So here's an example. Hey there, just a heads up from me and my team. We are preparing for a special event that kicks off tomorrow. It's a unique chance to discover something new or perhaps rediscover an old favorite. Let's just say, if you appreciate exceptional value and quality, you'll want to be paying attention to your inbox in the morning. Opportunities like this are rare. We're excited for you to see what's in store. Your signature, that's it. Subject line, be ready tomorrow. You see how it's all lowercase, so it feels like way more native. It feels like it's coming from your friend, not like a corporation. It's not a marketing email. Be ready for tomorrow, 3 dots, right? So what's really important about this email? First, it's short, relatively short. Second of all, it's broken down into lines. There are not big blocks of text to scare the customer away. But what's also really important, you can see how we're saying tomorrow here and in the morning. So we're giving people a pretty specific time, tomorrow morning, when they should be expecting to receive this email, right? Because if you say we're dropping something really cool soon and give that uncertainty, unless you're dropping something in like a couple of weeks, a month, there is no need to do that because people are just not going, there won't be, the point of this email just won't be anything. It's going to be a waste of time, right? It's going to be useless. But this way, we're saying that expect an important email tomorrow morning, when maybe they're going to forget about this. They're probably going to forget about this. But when they see an email from you tomorrow morning, they're going to remember, oh yeah, they said this email is going to be really important. Boom, I better open it. They open it and they see great deals, they buy. Simple as that. So make sure you do something like that. Like that you exceptionally say, what are you going to, when are they going to receive the email? Number 2, last chance email. So this is where plain text emails shine. If you're running any kind of sale, sending a plain text email as the last chance email usually prints. The main reason behind that is because it's coming from a person, the founder, not a faceless corporation. And people buy from people, not from faceless corporations. So if you're going to have any takeaways from this video, let's have, take this one away, please. This is probably one of the most important part of marketing nowadays. People buy from people. That's like a new way to do marketing for eComm brands. Having the founder be a face of your brand. So my go-to combo for driving urgency is sending a designed email with a countdown timer around noon, and then a plain text email from the founder in the evening. So basically 2 emails that last day of the sale, one in the noon, one in the evening, designed first, second is going to be plain text like this is truly last chance to get this kind of a deal, something like that. And I find that it does wonders. So if you noticed, your sale now starts and ends with a plain text email. So it starts with a teaser email, plain text, last chance email, plain text. So that's exactly how it should be. But make sure you don't overuse them because they'll lose their effectiveness. So here's an example. This example is from the brand called Knockaround. So they ran this sale where they basically told a story about how their founder went crazy and he's therefore giving crazy discounts. It's a great narrative, in my opinion, because it makes the sale really interesting. It makes people genuinely look towards receiving the next email. Even though they might not be interested in the sale itself, they're interested in the story because they created their open loop, they need to close it. Pretty basic strategy, but it's like, do the basics, okay? Focus on that. You'll see this email, how it turned out to be. So here's what they sent. All right, we think the madness might be over, maybe. After days of chaos, forklift wheelies, and stickers flying like confetti, Ace finally sat down this afternoon and calmly sipped tea. He mumbled something about the beauty of balance and stared off into the distance while holding a pair of Polaris Fortnox, so they're selling sunglasses. It was poetic, it was weird, it was slightly terrifying, but he made one thing very clear. The crazy Ace warehouse sale ends tonight. So you can see how they lead you slowly into the story, and then comes the actual purpose of this email. The actual purpose is not the story itself, obviously, but to announce that the sale ends tonight, right? But they do it slowly with a story. It's not very long. You can see a couple of sentences. That's all you need, but it was written very well, in my opinion. They do their job very well, whoever their copywriters are. And then they slowly transition into the sale ends tonight. And then boom, their offer. And look at this line. He says this is the final day of the sale, but with Crazy Ace, who really knows? We're still hiding behind some cardboard boxes just in case. You, on the other hand, should probably hit the site and shop while you still can. So it gives you that sort of uncertainty. You don't know, like, is it going to end tonight really? Is this guy going to extend it for tomorrow? I don't know. What if I lose the chance to buy, but I'm not still certain? Boom, click buy. Because people don't like uncertainty, right? They want to be certain. And the only way they can be certain with this is if they buy right now. So another thing you can notice is this CTA. So people constantly talk about having big CTAs in designed emails, like it's going to boost your conversions because it's easier to see. I mean, not easier to see, but it's like in your face. You have to click it. It's easy to click it. You don't have to reach your thumb on the other hand, other side of your phone, so you can click it. No, it's in the center, big ass button. Just click it, easy. But no one applies the same thing to plain text emails. And I don't know why, because it's super simple to do. You just select this text and make the font bigger, right? And as you can see, it really does stand out, right? It's stupid, but it does. Like you look at the email and you, with your, like, you just see it, okay? There is a big ass button. It just baits you to click it, right? It's tempting and you click it. Super easy. So you should definitely implement this in your plain text emails. Number 3, post-purchase thank you email. So many brands don't have a post-purchase flow set up, proper post-purchase flow. They might think they have, but it's some bullshit usually. The goal of this flow is to make people feel special, eliminate the buyer's remorse, and encourage repeat purchases. And you can literally accomplish all of that with this one email. You don't need to overcomplicate it. This flow with literally one email can significantly increase your customer LTV, which is basically the oxygen of your business. So please don't overlook this and implement it today. Now, if you don't know how to set up the whole post-purchase flow, I'll be posting another video about it probably on Thursday. So I don't know when you're watching this, but I'll have it soon on my channel. Full guide to post-purchase flows. So here's an example. Subject line, we got your order first name. So you can put first name here because when they ordered, they had to put their first name here. So you have it. Another side point, if you're putting first names in your emails like this, plain text emails, it's most likely not going to work because you don't have first names of those people unless they bought something from you. Or you're collecting first names on your pop-up form. If you're doing that, you're just destroying your business basically. Because if you put a first name field for collecting on your pop-up form, you're basically like lowering your opt-in rate by a lot. You're basically lowering by half probably. And there is no need to do that, because being able to say like, hey Steve, instead of hey there, won't really make that big of a difference. But being able to convert 10% of people instead of 5% of people is going to make you tens of thousands of dollars a month. So please, if you're collecting first names on your pop-up form, just remove that and put like hey there, and with these emails you can put hey first name, fine. It won't make a big difference anyway. So hey first name, just a quick personal thank you for your recent order. It truly means a lot to us at Company Name. When I started Company Name, my goal was to create products that our customers fearlessly recommend to their friends. We're confident your new, whatever the product purchase, will be just that. Your order is being prepared and tracking info will be sent very soon. If you have any questions, just reply to this email. One more thought. Many customers find this is a great time to grab complimentary items. If there is anything else you've been considering, now might be the perfect moment. A big ass CTA. Thanks again for trusting us and joining the Company Name family. Your signature, that's it. So basically, you're thanking them, you're saying that they made the right choice, you're trying to upsell them, like you're encouraging another purchase, big CTA, that's it. Pretty good email, pretty simple to do, just type it out, that's it. Like, it's going to really help you, okay? Number 4, welcome flow. So if you don't have a proper post-purchase flow, that's forgivable. But if you don't have a high converting welcome flow in place, then I don't really know why are you even running your business, because you're literally saying no to money. Plain text emails in welcome flow can be used in a couple of ways. The two most popular ones are probably the first email, so delivering the discount, and the last email, instilling urgency. So we have already talked about using plain text emails as a last chance email, so there is really no need to talk about it again. The same principles apply. If you really don't know how to apply it to your welcome flow, go and watch my video on how to create a high converting welcome flow. You can find it on my channel. I believe I covered it there. I'm pretty sure actually. So it's one of the recent videos I made. It'll be pretty easy to find. Now, sending a plain text email as the first email in the welcome flow can be tricky, but it might work better for you than the traditional designed email. So you'll have to test it out. Just like everything in email marketing and marketing in general, you'll just have to test it out to see what your audience responds better to. So here's an example. Subject line, welcome to the Company Name family. You can put whatever you want here, like your discount is here or whatever. Hey there, a huge welcome from me and my team at Company Name. As we promised, here's your discount code. So use code welcome10 for 10% off your first order. Now, this is going to be a CTA. This is going to be a link. So as you can see, we have a CTA early on in the email, pretty fast. So this is another tip. Most people, as we said, are talking about big buttons, and they're talking about having buttons above the fold, which means basically high up in the email so people can see the button without scrolling down. Again, I don't know why aren't people applying the same principle to the plain text emails. Yeah, sure, like they're shorter and people can see them most of the time without scrolling if your email is pretty short. But again, why don't you put a CTA for important emails like this, like high up in the email? It makes sense for me, to be honest. Like, boom, 2 lines, boom, CTA. People know why they're there. They want the discount, they want to shop. Why are you making them read this whole crap and then they finally reach the CTA and they can finally use their discount code? Like most of them, if you put the CTA here, are probably just going to boom, skim this thing, boom, here's my CTA, bye, right? So put it up here is going to make your email convert way better. Now, you could put another CTA here. I'd probably even do that, like put another shop now, the big one, like we said, like we had in the previous emails, like we had on the knock around email. You could do that. That's pretty good, but I leave this still here, to be honest. And the last CTA we have here, we'll come to that. So at Company Name, we're not looking to completely change the world. We're just looking to make it slightly better. And that's why your support really means the world to us. If you have any questions, feel free to reply to this email, your signature, and PS. So PS, use code WELCOME10 for 10% off before it expires. It expires in 7 days. So another CTA, some urgency there. And why is it important? So everyone will see this and everyone will see this, because people generally have that habit of scrolling, boom, read the PS line. If it's interesting, they might read the whole thing. If not, they might take action immediately if it's really interesting to them, but they might not. But it's really important to put the PS line. We'll come to that later in the video actually. Number 5, abandoned cart and checkout flows. So this is another example where you can use plain text emails to instill urgency. Now you can probably send a plain text email as the first email in these flows, but I haven't really played around with that, so I can't say how effective that is. The problem I see with it is the fact that you can't show people the product they left in the cart, so it eliminates that emotional trigger, right? It's way easier to convince them by actually showing them the product than it is to convince them with just plain words. Like, you know, when you have the abandoned cart or checkout email, and the first email is probably going to be like a headline like forget something, and dynamic product section where they can see the actual item they left in the cart, which is like personalized to that person. That's literally enough. The reason you have like just headline dynamic product section is because people usually just need a reminder, and it's way easier to trigger some emotion in them by showing them the actual item than by saying, hey, you left this item in cart, go and buy it. Like, you see my point. But you can definitely test that out. As I said, you should test definitely in email. You should test everything in email marketing and your marketing in general. So, however, sending a plain text email as a last chance email is something that is tried and tested, and I can say with certainty that it works. So here's an example. Subject line, need some help. Hey there, it's your name, founder of company name, so your name, not customer's name. It looks like you added an item to your cart, but didn't complete your order, so I wanted to check in and see if you had any questions. Pretty simple line, but it does the job. If you do, you can reply to this email and we'll be sure to take care of you. So basically, if people don't buy from your abandoned carts emails, so this is not going to be the first email, obviously. This is going to be like the last email. This is going to be like email number 4 or 5. If you have more, 6, 7, who knows? So a lot of times, people are not buying because they want to. People just have questions and they don't know how to contact support. And by saying this to them, like, if you do, you can reply to this email and we'll be sure to take care of you, you're going to get a good amount of purchases, you know? So you can still claim 10% off your order for 24 more hours. Use this code at checkout to claim before it expires. So I don't recommend introducing a discount in the first email or second email. I recommend doing that later down the line when you actually get the most purchases you could without the discount. Also, I don't recommend sending this to everyone. I recommend sending this to the people who haven't purchased before, because if you're sending a discount every time someone leaves something in your cart, all your customers are just you're going to train them to expect a discount and just wait for the email, boom, get it 10% cheaper, why not? You could probably pull a scam on them, like get all your prices higher and then they expect a discount, they get a discount, all the customers, not just the first time buyers, and they get it for the lower price, but they actually got it for the original price that you raised, right? You could play around with that. I don't know, like, it's going to be difficult. In my opinion, you should just do it this way and it's going to do well, okay? No need to overcomplicate it, but if you want, be my guest. Another CTA, finish my order, big button, pretty good, your signature, that's it. So as you can see, you could probably notice throughout this video that all the examples are pretty damn short. Like, it's a couple of sentences, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sentences. We're going to come to that later, but people are just writing these long plain text emails that no one is going to read. People are just going to skim that. So why? No need to do that. Couple of sentences, CTA, the actual offer, 10% off, 24 more hours. That's it. No need to overcomplicate this stuff. Now, to this email, you could add a PS section. That could do very well. I'd probably put like use code this code for 10% off in the next 24 hours. Probably add that to the PS section. That will make it even better. Number 6, adding a personal touch to campaigns. So this is where you need to be careful, because Choose a wrong topic and your email is boring. Send this too often and people get bored. So you need to truly master this and develop that sixth sense that tells you when is the right time to use a plain text email. Now, there is a new tactic that top brands have been using that I'm about to share with you. So there's not really a good name for it, but I like to call it a letter from the founder, and you'll see why in a second. It's basically a plain text email, but it is branded and it looks way nicer than the actual plain text email. It's basically something between a plain text email and a design email. You're going to see. It still feels native, just like a plain text email, but it has that subtle branding, so it primes readers to like your company more purely based on the familiarity bias. And if you don't know what familiarity bias is, you can watch my video where I break down psychological tricks and biases you can use in your email marketing and marketing in general. You'll find that video on my channel. It's called something like 5 psychological tricks to boost your eComm sales or something like that. It's a pretty good video in my opinion. Go watch it. After this video, obviously. So here's an example. You can see how it looks like. So it looks like a letter, right? You have text here, especially like the color of their background has that leathery vibe, like a paper. It's not too white. Signature here, pretty cool, right? So I'm not going to read the whole thing. I'm just going to read the beginning so you get the idea. So to all the knock fans, a quick note about something on many people's minds. Tariffs. So basically this letter is about the changes because of the tariffs in the US, right? And as you can see, it's a pretty good topic for an email like this. So the way you use these kind of emails, like letter from founders, are probably going to be something that the founder himself should be really saying. It can be something like from the team, it could be, but it's probably something just from the founder, just the founder can tell you, or CEO in this case, but the decision maker, right? So in my opinion, pretty cool email. You should definitely apply this, and it's super simple to make. You can make it probably natively in Klaviyo. You can design it in Figma. Just type out the text, copy and paste, some signature, boom, your logo, footer. You probably have all that in place. Super easy to make, super effective. Try this. Number 7, sunset flow. So the point of this email and this flow in general is to try to re-engage the customers who haven't been active lately before suppressing them. So the reason we're sending a plain text email here is because it has a way higher chance of landing in inbox than a designed email, especially for the people who haven't been opening your emails in months. So what we're doing here, we have a segment of people who haven't been active lately. Before suppressing them to lower our Klaviyo bill, we're going to try to squeeze just a last couple of prospects from that segment because we don't want to waste any. And if we can re-engage them, good. If not, suppress them, it's fine. So sending a plain text email here is not optional, it's a must. There are some brands that get away with sending a designed email, but I just don't see why would you risk your sender reputation for a couple of people who haven't even been opening your emails. Like, those people are clearly not that interested in your brand. So risking your sender reputation, which is literally the foundation of your email marketing, is not a good idea. Focus on the ones who want your emails. Focus on those people. No need to focus on the people who haven't opened your email in 6 months. Try to re-engage these guys, but don't risk too much doing that. That's how we do it, okay? Here's an example. Hey there, it's your name. Founder of company name here. I noticed you haven't been around in a little while, and I completely understand that. Inboxes get busy and life happens. Pretty good line. But if you're still looking for the product, whatever you're selling, that won't fail you, I wanted to remind you why so many others trust us. Benefits, features, social proof, you can include all of that here, like trusted by X people, featured in here, this benefit, that specific benefit, this feature, up to you, up to your product. If you've been on the fence or just haven't had a chance to visit, now is a great moment to rediscover what you love. Check out our latest editions or bestsellers before they're gone. Big CTA, would love to have you back. Signature. Super simple email, super short, pretty damn persuasive. If they open it, they're going to get re-engaged. Some people might even buy from you just from this email alone. Pretty cool. And 5 common mistakes. So, number 1, writing too long of an email. never, ever make a long plain text email. Because people attention spans are completely screwed, as you probably know. So no matter what you write, no one will read the whole thing. Get to the point fast, don't bore people, optimize for the scheme, not read. I'm going to touch on that point actually later. But writing long plain text emails with big blocks of text, like that's just going to scare people away. No one is going to actually go ahead, wow, a 1,000-word email from this brand. I really look forward to reading it. Like a couple of sentences, as you could see in my examples. Like be quick, get to the point fast, just don't bore people. You can't bore a customer into buying. That's what David Ogilvy said. And he, as you know, probably is the godfather of advertising. So, number 2, not including a CTA. So, no matter what your email is about, it should always have a subtle CTA. Even if you're not promoting any products or running any sales, and if the content of the email doesn't have to do anything with buying your products at all, you should include a CTA anyway, because some people will just click it. Here's how it goes. Your email serves them as a reminder of your company, so they remember they wanted to buy a specific item from you, and boom, they click it and they buy. You never know what's going on in your customer's head, so just give him a chance to buy. By not including a CTA, you're taking away a chance from people who maybe wanted to buy something for you, and you're not giving a chance. You're just basically saying no to money, which is stupid, right? You agree. Number 3, not including a PS section. So not everyone will read the whole email. Not everyone will even read the first line. But everyone, or almost everyone, who opens your email will read the PS line. It's just what people do, right? They have the habit, scroll down, PS line, is it interesting, not, boom. Is it interesting? Yes, let's read the whole thing. Never skip a chance to put the PS line, and the most effective way to do is to put a CTA there. And even if you already have 1 or 2 CTAs in your body copy, include another one in the PS line. So for the most important emails you're sending, some sales or like welcome email, the perfect setup in my opinion is have a CTA high up in the email. First 3 sentences, then one in the end before your signature, and then one in the PS section. That's probably the most perfect CTA setup in your plain text email, but don't do that for like less important emails, because you're just going to look like pushy and desperate for sales, and like it's just not going to be appealing. But for some more important sales and events, do that. Now it might sound weird to you because you assume that people actually read the whole thing, but they don't, because you're writing it, you have that bias that you're so important and you're the center of the world. And it's not a bad thing, we all do that, okay? Don't think that I'm insulting you here and judging you here. It's the way it is. We all believe like everyone is going to read the whole thing, everyone is going to watch my whole video from beginning to end with like this laser focus. It's not going to happen, okay? So you need to start writing your emails knowing that the people won't read the whole thing from start to finish. So you just optimize for the scheme, not read. So you bold the main points, you break stuff down into lists and bullet points, you make the CTA big, you break it down into shorter lines and not big blocks of text. That's how you optimize your email for the scheme, not read. Number 4, writing filler bullshit. So I see a lot of people writing stuff such as, I hope this email finds you well, and we'll be sending you updates about special offers. And all the other bullshit that doesn't even mean anything. You're just saying meaningless words, making your email longer. Just the chance of someone not reading your email is going up. That's all that's happening by writing this stuff, right? So don't write those filler lines. There is no point. They don't serve any purpose. People won't read them anyway. Like when someone sees like, I hope this email, boom, they're off to the second line. They're not going to read this. They read this so many times. This is a cliche. This doesn't mean anything. I hope this email finds you well. This doesn't mean anything. It's a waste of time. Seeing a big block of text will just scare people away. Don't do that. Put only the essential stuff, only the stuff that matters. Your offer, when does your sale end, CTAs, like give people some context, something important. No bullshit. Get to the point fast. Do not waste your customers' time. You can't bore people into buying. Okay, super important. Number 5, having multiple CTAs. When I say multiple CTAs, I don't mean CTAs in multiple places in the email, like we talked about. One in the first 3 lines, in the end, PS. Not that, okay? That's pretty good. I mean CTAs that are asking for completely different things. So buy this product, first CTA, and the second one is follow us on Instagram, and the third one is share this with your friends. Like, it won't happen, any of those. It's not like they're going to see 3 and they're going to choose 1 or 2. No. When they see 3 different CTAs, they're not going to take any action. Most of people, okay? Don't give people too many choices. It's called paradox of choice, okay? Because they won't be able to choose, they won't take any action. 1 email, 1 CTA. So 1 email, buy my product. 3 in 3 places, but buy my product, this product. Use this code. Follow us on Instagram, okay? That sort of stuff. Like, can you actually imagine yourself doing this? Can you do that? Like, you receive an email from some brand that you're subscribed to. You get an email. First CTA, okay, follow us on Instagram. And you close your email, you go to Instagram, you find them, you follow them, okay, boom. Then open the email again. Like, you're not going to do that. You're not going to take every single action if there are multiple actions. One action, boom, fine. Some people will do that. Some people will buy from that. That's it. No need to do this stuff. It's like not no need to. Don't do this, okay? You're burning money. So, if you want to learn how to scale your email marketing, the first link in the description, my free email marketing guide that will help you scale your email marketing, basically. I'll give you some quick tips and tricks that you can implement right away to get an advantage over your competition, some secret hacks, tricks, okay? Pretty good. If you're an eComm brand doing over 50K per month, you can book a call with me below, second link in the description. I'll perform a full Klaviyo account audit completely for free, so we can see what are the highest leverage tasks you should be focusing on when it comes to email marketing. If we see we're a good fit, we can work together on improving your email marketing and scaling the shit out of your brand. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.